Motorland Aragon is the venue for the first of 12 rounds in the 2022 Superbike season. So far, a weekend of smile for the cameras and talking up your chances, but now all of that comes to a halt with the lights set to go green again.
What's great is this is a production-based championship, so these are the bikes you go out and buy on the road. All of these teams have found small ways to make some progress the last year. We know the fight at the front's going to be special. Toprak Razgatlioglu and Jonathan Rea proved last year just how closely matched they can be. Last year we also had Scott Redding in the mix. This year it looks like it's going to be Alvaro Bautista.
We're underway with the 2022 season. Drag race down to the first turn. Bautista immediately emerges alongside pole sitter Toprak Razgatlioglu. Toprak goes all the way around the outside and moves across his path. Bautista is not going to have this the way he did back in 2019. He's now bundled out of the way by Jonathan Rea. Jonathan Rea on the attack, tries to stand up Toprak Razgatlioglu going into turn number 7. Lap 5 of 18, Razgatlioglu is going to move Jonathan Rea out of the way. Both riders staying on the circuit. The top 3 manufacturers and the top 3 riders in the Superbike World Championship as we head in towards lap 6, 3 abreast, back into turn number 1. Rea's got through on Razgatlioglu. Bautista comes across the outside of him and Toprak goes from 1st to 3rd. Here goes Bautista down the inside now. Rea then seizes his moment. Bautista will now respond, no doubt about that, carrying the extra momentum thanks to that Ducati in towards 16. Big moment there for Alvaro Bautista coming to the end of lap number 10, and this opens the door to Jonathan Rea to come through at the start of lap 11. 2 laps now to go. Come on, Jonathan Rea. Bautista with the acceleration down the back straight comes through into 16 for the final time. Rea will be looking for the cutback. Can he move across the pass of the Ducati? Yes, he can! Jonathan Rea will lead. It's a drag race down to the line. But Jonathan Rea might have given up the number 1 place ahead of 2022, but he is back in P1 in the World Championship. Yesterday, Alvaro Bautista brought himself back to the front in WorldSBK. His return to Ducati machinery reigniting his 2019 rivalry with Jonathan Rea. But it was the 6-time champion whose final turn move gave him the race 1 win, the 5th time in 8 years that he's taken the season opener. So Superpole race gets underway. Chasing down Razgatlioglu and he scythes through. Before they even reach turn 5, they're going to have another go now. Razgatlioglu down the inside of Bautista. They touch for 2nd and 3rd, Razgatlioglu and Rea. But Michael Rupen Rinaldi has got other ideas and slots himself through. As always, late on the brakes, Jonathan Rea. Even later, Rinaldi's going to slot past the pair of them here. Jonathan Rea, I think, a little bit too ambitious in towards turn 1. Rinaldi is furious with Rea. But here comes Jonathan Rea through turn 7, where he's made moves so many times in this short 10-lap sprint. Very early indeed from Razgatlioglu. It means they're going to go side by side. Toprak going to be deep on the brakes. He's going to try and chop it now back up the inside. Great racing here for 3rd position. And Razgatlioglu moves Rinaldi out of the way to snatch 3rd position in the drag race down to the line. Rinaldi now will come back at him. It's going to be a photo finish between the 2 of them. The timing gives it to Razgatlioglu by a fraction over Rinaldi. Alvaro Bautista victorious, makes a return to the top step of the podium for the first time since San Juan 2019. The same 3 riders have made the front row of the grid in Superpole and locked out the podium positions in yesterday's race 1 and this morning's Tissot Superpole race. 2 of the 2022 Pirelli Aragon Round goes lights out. It's Jonathan Rea who'll lead us into turn 1. He's beaten Alvaro Bautista. Bautista comes flying through for top spot. Rinaldi again through on Razgatlioglu for 3rd place. There goes Jonathan Rea into his favoured passing place of turn 7. Locatelli going down. The Panigale is going to sweep to the outside line now, ahead of the final 2 turns and breeze past Jonathan Rea. The problem for Rea now is that he's going to have to pass 2 Ducatis. Rinaldi's gone in way too deep. He moves Jonathan Rea off the circuit altogether. Razgatlioglu now is going to pick up the pieces. A sign of frustration once again from Scott Redding. Vieje, Lecuona, Baz diving down the inside now of Lecuona. Scott Redding returns to the pits, presumably to retire. A miserable afternoon. Razgatlioglu, the man with the momentum. He carries it straight down the inside into turn 1. Rinaldi is still willing to turn across the path of Toprak, but Toprak is irrepressible. As we make our way then through this final turn. He's a Sunday rider. It's a double on Sunday here in Aragon for Alvaro Bautista. And it's the same podium as that we had in the Superpole race this morning. Bautista, Rea and Razgatlioglu, also the top 3 in the championship standings, leaving Motorland Aragon.